Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah for those of you who didn't know that. And today we are doing a tag that I found that I guess came out years and years ago before the Hunger Games came out. But it's called the Hunger Games tag. It's not particularly like book related questions, but I mean, we all love the books, usually. So yeah, let's just get into it. So, the first question is, what district would you want to be in? So for this, I actually have no idea what to answer because, like, the obvious questions would be 1, 2, and 4 because those are kind of the best districts. However, I feel like District 12 would be like the most free one, to be completely honest. So I don't know, that really depends on, I would say, what my parents would be. For example, I mean, like, if your parents are like the, I almost said counselor, but yeah, then you would have a great life. If you was like a baker, then your life would be fine. But I mean, if you were really poor, then you will be starving in District 12. So I would say it depends on what my parents are. What would you do to impress the game makers? I don't actually have any talents. If then you like don't count like burping out loud. But I don't think I would get really high scores on that. So that's like a really good question. And I have no idea. I can draw a little, but I don't think they would be impressed with that. What token from home would you take into the games? Well, if I could like take hairspray, that would be really good. Like a lot of hairspray, because that is really hurtful to get in your eyes. What would be your weapon of choice? Well, I think that I would just be the person who hides because I would be terrified. And then, if I had hairspray, I would definitely use that. Would you take a chance and try to grab something from the cornucopia? Not like clothes, but if there were like a backpack of some kind, that can be really helpful. For example, the one Katniss got, you would definitely get something useful. What would be your strategy to win the games? Well, hide out and try not to run into anyone. That would be my strategy. What character would you choose to be in an alliance with? I'm gonna say that depends on which game we are talking about. For example, like the Hunger Games that Katniss were in, I think I would just choose to be with Katniss. And yeah, because she is really good. But I don't think I would be with like the ones from 1, 2, and 4 because they are really harsh and they would just kill you. But if you are talking like the Quadriquel, then I definitely would choose the same team as Katniss did. And then, as the reader, who introduced you to the Hunger Games? I think it was my sister who dragged me to the first movie, and then she bought the 3 books, and then she read them and said, "Here, you need to read them." And I did. And I was sick one day and I read the whole last book in a day. What is your favorite book in the trilogy? I think I have to say the first one. Yeah, I have to say the first one is like my favorite. So yeah, who is your favorite character? Well, if you have heard me, I have been rambling about Finnick like all year, or ever since I read them. I love Finnick. He's my favorite character. What is your favorite part in the Hunger Games trilogy? I think that like my favorite part, or this is kind of a really horrible part, but it's kind of the part where you see that Katniss actually feels something for Peeta. And that is in the second book and movie, Catching Fire, where Peeta hits the force field and he basically dies. You really see Katniss, and she is kind of hysterical, and that is kind of the place where Finnick sees it too, that it can actually be something between them. And he says that even though you might even not kind of realize it yourself, you have some sort of feeling towards him, and I really enjoy that scene. And then, what scene are you most looking forward to in the movie? Well, I have seen all the movies, and I feel like the movies are really well made. They kept to the books to like a certain place, because you kind of can't do everything that is in the books, but I feel like they took with a lot of the things that you need. But yeah, that was actually all the questions. And I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to follow me on any of my social media, all the links are down in the description, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!